HarperCollins presents Fog Island by Mariette Lindstein. Read by Stephanie Schmalzle. Translation by Rachel Wilson Broyles. Prologue. She has been lying awake in the dark for ages, marking the time by counting her breaths. One breath in takes 3 seconds. One breath out, another 3. Seconds become minutes, and soon an hour. The darkness is dense. There are no shadows, outlines, no numbers on a clock radio. She feels weightless lying there, as if she's floating. But the counting keeps her awake, and anyway, she is far too tense to fall asleep now. Doubt gnaws in the back of her mind. The fear of failure makes her nerves whine like the strings of an untuned violin as a blurry veil of anxiety settles over all her thoughts. Best to just breathe, not think. Just be until the right moment. She hears a faint tapping against the window. It grows into a persistent patter. Rain, despite the forecast. She curses the weather service and thinks about how hard it will be to run through the forest. Then it's time. She cautiously slides out from under the blanket and kneels on the floor. Her hands fumble under the bed, finding the bundle of her backpack. Contains everything she needs, and yet almost nothing. Her tennis shoes are there too, the kind you just stick your feet into, no time for tying shoes. She carefully pulls on her jacket, which has been wrapped around the backpack, and puts on the shoes. Tiny, cautious steps across the floor. Body feels dreamlike and heavy. There's a murmur from one of the beds and she stiffens. Someone turns over, making bed springs creak. She waits until she hears deep breathing again. The last few steps. She fumbles for the door handle and finds it. A gust of cool air rushes in from the corridor as the door swings open. The nighttime lighting paints the white walls a pale yellow. It feels like she's gliding down the hallway. She pushes open the heavy iron door to the basement stairs where the main breaker is. This is it. Sink or swim. She only has 10 minutes, 15 at the most. After that, they'll notice she's missing. She knows the routines all too well. Once the first wave of confusion has settled down, they will gather and count the personnel. Then the manhunt will begin. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. She repeats the words silently to herself, like a mantra, and takes a couple of deep breaths. She can still change her mind, turn around, crawl back into her warm bed. But if she doesn't escape now, she never will. And that thought is so unbearable that it blows the spark of her courage back into a flame. As she pulls down the handle of the breaker, there's a snap and a crackle, and suddenly it is so dark that she feels dizzy and sways a bit in the black void. She grabs the wall, feels her way to the emergency exit, and opens the door. Cold, humid air hits her. The rain falls over the courtyard like a thick curtain. It has already drenched the grass, which eagerly sucks at her foot. She splashes through puddles at a run, completely vulnerable to chance now. If her luck runs out, someone will spot her from the window of the manor house. But nothing happens. All she can hear is the drumming of the rain against the roof, the water pouring out of the drain pipes, and her own thudding steps. The ladder is leaning against the wall, thank God. She has to make it over quickly, because soon the backup generator will be turned on. The courtyard will be bathed in light, and the barbed wire at the top of the wall will be capable of delivering a serious shock. She climbs up the ladder, fumbles for a foothold between the razor-sharp barbs of the electric wire, and stands up on the slippery wall. This is the moment she has been dreaming of, with longing and terror both. Down there, on the other side, there is no return. Burst of exhilaration runs through her mind, but then the fear grabs hold of her again. She tosses her backpack down first, then jumps with all her might, over the barbed wire, away from the danger behind her, into the darkness. Pain shoots through her foot when she lands. She brushes her hand over it, and the pain abates. Her eyes search for the head of the path, and finds it. She runs down it like a mad woman. Sometimes she misses a turn and almost darts into
Sample complete. Ready to continue?